Hi, my name is Mindy Morton. I'm a partner with Procopio based in Palo Alto. I do intellectual property, healthcare, and internet litigation with a focus on trade secrets. I also chair our trade secret and healthcare groups. Until March 1st, I was chair of our DEI committee, but I just stepped down and I am now a member of Procopio's management committee. So at CHIPS, I serve on the mock committee and I have for about 8 years. And we've been doing mock pitches, mock arguments, and it's such a great way to kind of get the next generation of women up and running and ready to go out and do biz dev and to make all those arguments at court. We read in the news all the time about how the percentage of women in law is growing, but it's not growing fast enough. In fact, I think if it continues at today's pace, it'll be probably like 2090 before we even come close to 50%. So we need to get the needle moving more quickly. So what can we do about that? So I think we need to focus on eliminating the effects of unconscious bias and really create an inclusive culture within law firms. And throughout the pandemic, we saw there were some not so great effects, but there were also some really positive things that happened that allowed, both women and men to spend more time with their families while still getting their work done. And so I think being flexible is really important to make sure that women feel included, and especially women with families. I know I've been practicing, I think, 26 years, and the pandemic was the first time I reliably had dinner with my family. And I had at that point, I think, a 4-year-old, and it was great to get to have dinner with her every night and actually spend quality time. And I know that that's just so important for women and men. We also need to really focus on sponsoring women on their path to leadership and make sure they have those skills to succeed. So that's absolutely mentoring them and giving them coaching and classes when needed and doing more training. But sponsoring is that second part that not every law firm does. And that's really finding someone to be an advocate for these women and being in the room where it happens and talking about them. It can be that simple. And it makes a huge difference. We've had so many studies done that show what a difference that makes. And I think finally, women, we need to own this. We need to find how to be more authentic. And in that way, in our own authentic way, increase our power and influence, because trying to do what somebody else does doesn't work. You have to find your own authentic voice. I really make it a point to mentor and sponsor as many women attorneys as I can. And it's not just about paying it forward. To me, it's just one of the joys of my profession is getting to do that. There are days I love being an attorney. I love my job, but I don't love everything I do. There are days when I'm doing discovery responses again, and I think, why am I here? And then I remember, all of the women who want to do what I do, and how I can help them and how they can see a path, because I didn't see that path when I was a first year. There weren't women partners or women in positions of authority in most of my firms. And I really want them to know that if that's what they want to do, there's a path for them. And that's what inspires me some days when it's not so much fun. And honestly, it's just great to get to know these young women attorneys. They're amazing. Some of the new attorneys that we've hired, I'm just in awe that I know they're going to go out and they're just going to change the world. And I get to watch. And when we talk about accelerating progress, we're never going to do that if it's just women who are involved. It's just like DEI. We're never going to do that if just diverse attorneys are involved. We need allies. We need everybody in a firm and a company needs to see the value in diverse attorneys and in empowering women and diverse attorneys. And allies really make a difference.